Let's now go live, speak to Alemannia with Jimmy Jim Naps. And
Jimmy,
how you doing? That was just was that a case of midweek European hangover there?
Well, I don't really want to make up any excuses for this game. I mean, I'm sure a play midweek must have taken something out of the players, but I mean, they're true professionals, and I expect them to have that. We obviously want to be in every single competition at this point in the season, so I expect my players to be able to do that and not suffer the hangover, as you call it. So it's very disappointing today. How long it took us to get into the game.
It was your team did seem to be slow off the mark compared to Red Bull, who have obviously been drinking some Red Bull before that game. That's possibly the quickest and the most impressive first half performance we've seen from them all season.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not really what I expected. I mean, I by no means ever think they're a bad side, but I didn't expect us to give them 3 goals in such quick succession and give them such a fantastic start to their match. I expected them to come at us. I mean, they're not a team that's ever really shown any fear when they're playing the big teams, so we expected a lot of opposition. But looking at the goals again through the monitor, I mean, a lot of it was just our own shortcomings. I mean, the marking today was not up to the standards I would expect. So it's maybe something we're going to have to work on a wee bit more, like go back over the drawing board and the training ground and try and develop it on that. But I put it down to our own shortcomings. But the only positive I can really take away is the way in which we came back in the second half.
It was an impressive fight back. We saw 2 goals from Ibrahimovic, who of course scored midweek as well. How happy are you with your goal scoring form at the moment?
I mean, it's not the case of scoring the goals that's the problem. I mean, obviously we've got Zlatan in there, who seems to be in the end of every goal that we seem to get these days.
Yeah.
But it is a team effort. I mean, there's a lot of build-up play that goes into these goals. Some excellent vision from supporting players that are getting the ball through to them at the right time and in the right positions. So it's not really about scoring the goals. It's just looking at ways of keeping them out. I mean, we've normally had a fairly decent defensive record, and we do have good players in defence and a good goalkeeper. We just need to work a wee bit more, I suppose. We can't let any passengers be ball watching. I think that was one thing I saw today. So we'll work on that and we'll come back stronger for it.
More play pulling our bottom today at 5 o'clock. We hear you're going to that game.
Yep, I'm making my way there almost as soon as I'm finished talking to you, Jimmy.
Well, you're currently 2 points behind them. Do you think you can catch them? They of course have that game in hand later today. There's 3 games left this season. Yeah,
I mean, it's obviously a setback not to get any points out of the game today. I mean, all we can do is kind of hope that Mould suffer a similar problem to what we've just suffered today, and well, they've not had their game midweek, so it might be a little bit of a different scenario. But
yes,
even so, we will be relying on them to drop some points. But I reckon with 3 games to go, there's a lot to play for. We'll just be focused on getting the maximum 9 points out of that. But fingers crossed for other results, you know.
Yep. Well, it just wasn't enough today, but it was a spirited comeback, Alan. I'm sure you'll take a lot from that game.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.